can't sit home like that and waste your time. You gotta get out and do things. Well, day goes pretty fast for me now. I don't daydream at all. You know, I just think of something, and I forget it. That daydreaming, it don't do you no good. You gotta keep busy, keep moving. That's the trick. You'll wake at 10, fold up the bed. You don't want to leave your couch open all day, you know it's depressing. You cook an egg, you toast some bread. You cook for yourself, you save a bundle. You don't keep track of your money, who will? You think about the day ahead. You don't go feeling sorry for yourself. It's like I said, you can sit home and be mad at the world. You can get out and do things. You take a walk. You meet a chum. There's this guy that lives down by National Biscuit. Boy, you should see the nice aroma. You shoot the bull. You argue some. Or maybe he calls up a couple of other fellas to come over and play some poker. You lose at gin until they come. This guy remembers what cards you picked up. The dirty bum. But even getting beat at gin is better than sitting home and doing nothing. You take a bus. You take a train. You go visit your wife's grave. On the way you read Reader's Digest. It does you good to use your brain. Or maybe you go out and see your cousin. You bring a six-pack along. You take a stroll down memory lane. When we was young, we was always together. And raising Cain, we go back a long ways, him and me. Oh, the times we had. I remember once, back in 42, we was at this fair with these girls we knew on a crazy ride where you screamed or you prayed, the Big Dipper they called it. We could hardly walk as we left the car, so we staggered down for a candy bar, and we sat and laughed in the penny arcade. At 6 o'clock, you'll watch the news, then politicians get you so mad you throw your slippers at the set. Some pranks, you'll keep to do. Most nights you'll lay around and straighten up, maybe call your daughter. You'll watch a game, you'll take a snooze, but then there's Sunday's different. You change your shirt and shine your shoes, cause you're going around the block to the tavern. You shoot some pool, you drink some beer. You don't gotta drink a lot to have a good time, maybe just 3 or 4 in an evening. You find a pal, you bend his ear, you meet a lot of your old crowd there Sundays. Sometimes a bunch you sing the kind of song you never hear, like Stardust or In the Mood. And then you cheer. Last Sunday we sang Till We Meet Again. Believe it or not, I once did a waltz to that tune, honest to God. It was at a dance, I was 17, and the girl was like from a magazine, and the lights were low, and I really mean low. I think a couple of my friends had something to do with that. And I kissed her cheek as we walked away. I remember like it was yesterday. Why was she surprised? I could hear her say, Joe. They drive you home from around the block. You take your cash out of your sock. You fix the bed, you check the locks. You wind the clock. When I retired, a lot of people told me, Joe, you got your health, you should have done it. Thought it was too late. I don't know why I retired. Just a habit, I guess. But I got no regrets. I keep busy, keep traveling. I go to fires every once in a while. That fire they had down on Milwaukee Avenue about 3 months ago, I was there. I was surprised the smoke was coming out of there heavy as hell, but you don't see no flames, you know. They must have had about 30 units in there. You hear the news over the radio. That was some fire.
and it's dark. Smoke's pouring out of the whole damn building. It all happens really fast. I turn around, and the whole room is just orange out. You can feel the heat. You can see the orange. Lieutenant, the other fireman, has got a ladder up and they saved 2 people. But there's a guy downstairs who's trying to get out the door. And they had bullets in the door. And so he burned dead. You know what the lead man said? He said, "We lost the guy. Shoot! We lost the guy." I said, "Yeah, but you saved 2 people. How is a guy sleeping on the pool table?" "Yeah, but we lost the guy." I always wanted to be a fireman. A lot of guys want to be firemen. It's like kids. Everybody's still a kid. Guys 40 years old still feel like kids inside. I used to be a cop. You know why I switched to fireman? It's because I like people. And sometimes when I was a cop, I could feel the hate coming at me. Like I remember this one time, I was on the roof of this big project, and there's this guy at the top of the stairs, about 6'7", with his back to me. And so I just said, "Hey fella, turn around." And he says, "Yeah, just a minute." And I said, "Just turn around a minute." And it dawned on me that he had a gun caught in his belt and he was trying to get it out. And so I pulled out my gun and I said, "Turn around, I'm gonna shoot." And he threw his hands up against the wall. And there was this girl in the corner, which, I mean, I couldn't see it, and so here's this guy doing it. A lot of guys probably would have killed him, and I said, "Holy crap, I could have killed you." And he was shaking, and the gun in my hand was just shaking like a leaf. I said to him, I must have been crying. I just said, "Get the hell out of here." So I took the fire department test in '93, and I got called in '94. You know, the whole world is just so screwed up, the country's screwed up, but with the firemen, you actually see them produce. You see them put out fires and come out with babies in their hands, or give mouth to mouth on a guy's dying, and you can't get around that stuff, because that's real. I used to work in a bank, too, and, you know, you're just looking at numbers and paper, and that's not real. But I can look back and say, yeah, I helped put out a fire. I helped save somebody. And it shows that I wanted to, I did something on this earth. I always wanted to be a fireman.
You know what I always wanted? I wanted to play the piano. That's what I really wanted. I'd write songs and things about my life growing up in the South. By my mama and my grandmama. Now I got my own beautiful daughter, and I got plans for her. So every morning, I go scrub rooms up at the Marriott, and at night, I come straight to this office, and it's scrubbing again. For generations, that's all we've done, scrubbing. My grandma, my mama, and me. But my daughter, she ain't gonna do no domestic work. I aim for her to be the end of that particular line. Mama worked just like her mama before her. ending a moon. But my daughter, she's a whole new generation. That's what we got coming up today. A whole new generation.
My name is Ralph Berger. I'm 19 years old. I ran this mutual fund for the students at my school. My father owns some Wall Street firm, so I guess that's where I learned. He's an arbitrageur. You know, usually guys are always getting caught for insider trading. We study ethics in school, so there aren't any problem. Oh, and I took 1 year of American history. And I read the paper every day. Well, the sports section and the business section. I'm going to business school. Work, naturally. What I'd really like to be is a professional golfer. Realistically, though, I'll probably be an entrepreneur. And I'll start a family. My, quote, dream girl, unquote, has long brunette hair. Doesn't have to wear a lot of makeup, because she's going to be naturally pretty. And she'll have a lot of personality. When we're 30 and we're moving up the ladder, there's going to have to be a lot more than looks. And she'll be a good mother. I hope to have 3 children. 2 boys and 1 girl. And I'd like to live in a colonial house, possibly one that leans towards a Mediterranean style. Oh, and maybe it could be backing up on a golf course, so my wife and I could play golf whenever we wanted to. I hope my wife will play golf. This summer, I'm working with this realtor on the Cape. We're starting a timeshare program. There's a lot of commission in this. I think it looks promising. By the way, are you interested in a condominium on Cape Cod?
My name is Charlie. I'll be 20 in 3 weeks. I was recommended for this job as a cop boy on a Chicago paper. I went down to the paper and talked to the editor. Told him I wanted to be a journalist. He liked me. I had time. Coming to work for me was a kind of missionary kind of thing. I was bringing organic walnuts and organic raisins and giving them away to everybody. You see, at this stage of the game, I was in a very spiritual mood. I was enjoying my job because I was answering the phone most of the time. People would call up and complain or have a problem, and I'd say, "This is a capitalist newspaper! And as long as it's a capitalist newspaper, it's not going to serve you because its purpose is to make money for its owner." And I'd tell them to call up the editor or come down and take over the paper. A lot of people responded very well to these suggestions. But the editor calls me to his office and he says, blah, 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 blah. I wanted to take a baseball bat and smash his head in. I mean, he's a really nice guy. I like him a lot. I don't know if I would get any pleasure from shooting him up with a 15-caliber machine gun and seeing his body splattered to pieces. My fancy elsewhere at the paper was getting a machine gun and shooting them all. Or getting a gun and walking into the editor's office and saying, "Okay, how do you face your death?" I had been thinking for months, what will I do when I get fired? I had to do something to show them, "Hey, I'm better than you jerks! I'm getting fired because I'm different!" I had been thinking, how could I show them? Smoke a joint in the city room? Meditate in the library? Kidnap the editor, shoot him? I had to think fast. So I looked at the editor and I said, "I hope you can live with the conditions you're creating." And then I turned and walked out and started to cry. He hurried after me and said, "Wait a minute, I'm not creating these conditions, you are." And I said, No, I'm not the one who has the power here. You're the one who has the power. Now I've gotten myself on unemployment. It was nice to be the first couple of times. Then a woman told me to get a number. I wanted to tell her, "Screw you! I can wait outside your apartment and knock you over the head and steal your money!" But that's bitterness. I don't like being bitter. I have pacifist.
never stop to think how fast the years run. Now they've taken you. I remember you was 3.5. Your mom and me, we'd sit there after things got quieted. We'd laugh at some new word you said, how tough you were to get to bed, and we planned the night away, planning for our kid. I was your hero then. I couldn't do no wrong as far as you were concerned. You thought I was the best of men. The tables hadn't turned. You hadn't learned how little time it takes. And daddies make mistakes. It seems to me that lately I've been thinking a lot. I think about my dad. Lots of funny things come back I thought I'd forgot. Now they make me sad. Like school and it used to be. I didn't want him touching me and I shuddered if he did. Further back to summer nights, baseball games beneath the lights and sleeping in the car. My daddy and his kid. He was my hero then. He couldn't do no wrong as far as I was concerned. I thought he was the wisest and the strongest and the best of men. The tables hadn't turned. I hadn't learned how little time it takes. Everybody breaks, and daddies make mistakes. See, this may sound square, but my kid is my imprint. You know what I mean? This is why I work. Every time I see a smart young guy walking by dressed real sharp, I'm looking at my kid. And you know what I want? I want him to tell me that he's not going to be like me. I heard a lot of songs say, where you going, my son? Now I know they're for real. Boy, you never stop to think how fast the years run. Fast the years run. Now it seems I always knew why I do the things I do and the things I never did. Why I work my whole damn life so I could give a better life than the one my dad could give me. I give it to my kid. It's not just the work. Somebody built the pyramids.
The pyramid, the Empire State Building, these things don't just happen.
I don't care how little you did. You drive down the road and you say, I worked on this road.
There's a bridge. You say, I worked on this bridge.
You know what I think? I think if a carpenter builds a cabin for poets, the poet builds a carpenter a little black. Spiritual lines in the wall.
Though we labor with our minds, this place we can relax in was built by somebody who could work with his hands.
Picasso can point to a painting. A writer can point to a book. What can I point to?
Everyone
should have something to point to.
You know know what I'd like? I'd like to see a building, say the Empire State. I'd like to see on one side of it a foot-wide strip from top to bottom, the names of every iron worker, every bricklayer, every electrician, all the names. So when a guy walked by, he could take his son and say, "See that building? I was the one who did the design.
I was the one who drafted the plans.
Every detail and every line.
See that building? I ran the crane that lifted the beams.
I was the gal that worked up above. Look at those bricks are mine.
See that building?
Look how my door hangs in the frame.
See that building? 40 flights up, I scratched my knee.